Woe to you, O earth and sea, for the devil sends the beast with wrath, because he knows the time is short. Let him who hath understanding reckon the number of the beast, for it is a human number. Its number is 666.
Well, hello everyone, it's Rob Doran from Bath. How are you? It's time for another awesome Maiden update. I've not done one of these for absolutely ages. I hope you're all well. I hope everyone had a good Christmas on the Maiden front. All my old china plates out there. What did you get? Tell me. What I did this week, I was working in Barnstaple, which is down in the southwest of England. Not too far from where I live, about 2 hours from where I live. And I happened, after I did my little slot of work, I popped into a local record store which I'd been to, which I'd seen and been into a couple of times before. So what I managed to pick up was a couple of rather nice things. So the first thing, not mega rare of course this, but it's a nice piece to pick up, this one, because as you can see on the back, promotional copy, not for sale. So this would have been sent, I don't know, it would have been sent out as promotional duties. So it would have been sent out to maybe record stores, radio stations, anywhere, magazines for review, anywhere where they wanted somebody to look at this and mark it and rate it, basically. So this is it. This is the number of the beast. This is the reissued picture disc version, including a version of the song live at Brixton in 2002. And they did this in lots of editions. This was released in 2005 as part of the early days repackage of things. This was also released as a 7-inch red vinyl with the calendar poster, and you could get this as a 5-track CD single as well. It's also got Remember Tomorrow, which was the original B-side of the 7-inch that came out in '82, of course, with Bruce Dickinson on vocals on tour in 1981 in Italy. So that one was a bargain, really. I think I got paid about £7 for that, so I was well pleased with that. Nice to see it being a promotional copy as well. Another thing I managed to pick up is Out of the Silent Planet, 12-inch picture discs. Now, like the last one there, they did this in a multiple selection of formats, including 7-inch coloured vinyl, the Digipack CD with poster. Now this one's nice because it comes with an art print. It's quite very sort of futuristic, sort of silent, what's the word, Forbidden Planet sort of style artwork there. And this one's got, so obviously, Out of the Silent Planet from Brave New World, Wasted Years from the Ed Hunter Tour, and also Aces High from the Ed Hunter Tour as well. So this is the disc, identical to the rear. These were all numbered. This number is just under, it is 16940. So I'm not sure exactly how many they made of these, it doesn't say, but I imagine somewhere around the 20,000 mark. With this as well, always look out to get the colour art print, the 12x12 art print, which always looks really cool framed. Be good to get this one perhaps signed by the band one day. Because even though it's not the greatest artwork, it's got a bit of a charm to it, hasn't it, that? I do quite like it, I've got to say. So that was another bargain. eBay wise, that can go up from anywhere from 15 to 25 quid, this one. I think I paid about 7 or 8 again for that. So I was really, really pleased with that. Now, the next three, we were really excited. I didn't pay a great deal for these. This one was 15 quid. This is No Prayer for the Dying from 1990, the first album with Yannick Gers, of course. It's not one of Maiden's greatest records. In fact, I probably think that this is probably the weakest one out of all of them. This is a UK pressing. It's actually in mint condition. It's got the inner with the lyrics, and kindly done as well. They put it in a nice poly-lined inner sleeve for me as well. So in here it's got the custom label, of course, of the Grave Robber But it has its moments, but generally I always found this album to be a little bit uninspired, certainly coming after something like Seventh Son, which was creatively, I think, one of Maiden's most creative and daring releases of their zenith period, which was a sort of mid to late 80s. It was a bit of a letdown. This was the first time I saw Maiden on tour as well. Saw them at the Hammersmith Odeon on the Intercity Express tour in 1990. So it's got fond memories, this one, but it's a pretty weak effort all round, really. But nice to get it in such good condition. Now these two, the next two, very exciting. This is an original copy of Fear of the Dark, UK copy from 1992. Only thing it doesn't come with is the insert merchandise sheet, which all original copies did, and it doesn't come with the sticker. Original copies all came with a blue sticker as well on the front. This one doesn't have it. Whether it's a slightly later pressing or not, I don't know, or it was later on the production line, I don't know. But other than that, it's identical. So this one came in double vinyl. Good artwork there by Melvin Grant. Very, very striking Eddie. And it's in smashing condition. And I think I paid 30 quid for this. I saw it at another shop local to me for £100, and it was in nowhere near the condition that this is. So once again, I won't show you both the discs, but it's got custom labels. And it's quite a creative Eddie on this one. Obviously, Eddie superimposed within a tree was certainly something different. And during this particular tour, the Eddie was quite spectacular coming out. It was quite a good stage set. And obviously, that came after this, where it was very stripped down. And then this was harking back to their slightly larger productions, a la Power Slave and Seventh Son tour. So this is a better record in my opinion than No Prayer. It's got some really good songs. Judas My Guide's good. Fear of the Dark's a bit of a classic, even though it's slightly a bit old for me now. I think I've heard it too many times. Be Quick or I'll Be Dead's very good, and so is Afraid to Shoot Strangers. So I've heard it was said in some places it would have made a really good EP, maybe a 5-tracker, and I would agree with that. There is some filler. Chains of Misery, Weekend Warrior, Fear is the Key. They're all right, but they're not classic Maiden. But it was a slight return to form, really. That one. So that was a good price. I'm very, very pleased to get that one for such good money. It was excellent. And then the real piece de resistance. This was £30. This is Dance to Death, and this is the original UK picture disc version, limited edition, gatefold vinyl. Of course, picture discs, like I say, and this is a good record. Again, it's not within my top 10 Maiden albums, but it's probably got one of my top 5 Maiden's tracks in Passchendaele, which is one of, like I said, it is within my top 5 Maiden tracks of all time. So musically and production wise, I find this one to be quite good. The cover is a little bit rushed, maybe a bit unfinished. It's very much of its time. And like I said, this one is on picture discs. They come with the inner sleeves, but I'll show you the first picture disc here, which I've got in some polyline sleeves just to keep them a little bit in better condition. So disc 1 is the album cover, and then one of the Venetian death masks, and then the second disc is, let me grab it for you, very good condition though this one. Again, I don't think it's ever really been played. It has a band shot and another picture of a lady in a rather fetching Venetian mask, obviously following on from the theme of the title track, Dance of Death. So yeah, it's got a few good tracks. There are a few filler tracks. I listened to it actually on CD for the first time in about a year or two in the car, and it's actually aged better than I thought it would. I've never been that convinced by Wildest Dreams, but as an album as a whole, some of the songs are better than other ones. But as an album, if you listen to it in its entirety, it does sort of make more sense as opposed to just going in and picking on one of the weaker songs. It doesn't really work that way, but as a whole it does work quite well. So it's this one's a 7.5 out of 10. Nice packaging. Looking forward to when they re-release all these albums on black vinyl, because I think this one will come into its own a bit more once it's pressed on proper black vinyl, as will they all, of course. So that's my first Maiden update of this year. There's going to be more regular Maiden content every other week, all right, as a minimum. So every 2 weeks there'll be a Maiden update. I'm going to try and get one done every 7 to 10 days. So hope you've enjoyed the video, and up the irons.